Welcome back, trainers, and we're going to be taking a look at Megas in Master League. Now, this was a request on Twitter that I did put out for people to go ahead and ask, and I would inbox them. So the rules are this. You have to stick with the single Mega that you go with the entire time. You can't switch it up. You can't change your moves. The two other Pokemon, you can switch them up, whatever. You can keep them on the team. You can do whatever you want. You just can't change your moves. So that's pretty much it. Best 3 of 5, so whoever gets 3 wins first. Simple as that. I'm going to be using Mega Steelix here. Now, it isn't not going to be maxed out, and the Gengar is going to be level 50. I'll show you those stats here in a moment. I didn't get a shot of it while it was Mega Gengar because I wanted to Mega Evolve Mega Steelix back so I can get some shots of it. So take a look. Here you go. Mega Steelix is going to be doing some pretty heavy damage. It's more bulky. It would have been nice to have it maxed out. Now, for these first battles up against my opponent here, they did not have level 50 Pokemon, so I had to kind of work around that, which I still have Pokemon. But towards the end, I do use a level 50 Machamp by accident, but I still would have won even if it was a regular Shadow Machamp, so I just wanted to point that out. And they do go from the Mega that they do pick here, and they go from another one, but that's perfectly fine. Whatever, we're just having fun here. Just wanted to lay those rules down. So let's see what we have. If you do enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up, folks. So what am I doing here? What am I doing with these Megas? What's going on? Well, I don't know. We're going to have some changes soon, so I thought I'd go ahead and drop this. But if you want to hear the real reason, I'll tell you right now. It's because I can't freaking believe I did this, folks. I don't remember the last time I did this, but got some really good catch cup battles. Invested about 100,000 Stardust. I know, crazy. I know. Maybe a little bit less. It was because of those secondary moves. Was using a single move for a while. It was fun. Had all this footage, like, you know, what is it going to be like if you have one move and the cool Pokemon that I caught, and I deleted it by accident, unfortunately. So we're here with the Megas, and they are here with their Mega Gyarados. I'm going for Earthquake because they're not flying anymore. Yeah, so it's going to be doing neutral damage. And unfortunately not enough. You know, Mega Steelix is going to be fun and all. You're going to see it does some stuff here, but I kind of really need to have it maxed out. It would make a big difference here. But anyways, next battle we're going to be met with a... Oh, and by the way, yeah, level 40s, and this one's like beyond 40, the Mega Steelix. Yep, I told them that. They already know. So we had a good lead with the Snorlax with the Metagross. They're going to be swapping into that Mega Ampharos. Dragon Pulse, ridiculous damage. So Mega Ampharos is going to be part Dragon now. Dragon Pulse doing a pretty decent amount of damage. We're going to go ahead and just farm all the way down here. We're looking good. Coming back in here with that Metagross. We're going to go ahead and go for Crunch here. It's going to do a lot of damage. Dragon Tail not doing too much. Mega Steelix, guys, looks so friggin' awesome. I love it. Look at this thing. I wanted to power it up. It would. I don't even have the candies though. I have enough to power it up one more time, and what that's going to do is basically put it out of the Ultra League category into the No League. It's going to be like 2,527 CP. So until I can get enough to completely max it out, then I will. But for now, we're just going to have to use this. They have a Yveltal coming in here with that counter. Going to go ahead and go with the superpower here because that's, you know, we can go Body Slam, but I just do that. Probably would have been better to go Body Slam Superpower, but hey, we're already here. We're retreating. Ooh, okay. Bringing in the Conkeldurr. And we're going to shield this up. Could be a Hurricane. I thought there was another Pokemon left, but that's the last one. I'm acting like there's another thing left. And we take the win there. So best 3 of 5, right? So let's keep it going here. Leading with Giratina. Starting, you know, picking... it wasn't limited, but it's kind of hard to tell which ones were powered up a little bit or not. So we have that Machamp in the back, met with a Garchomp here. All right, let's go ahead and just go for another Dragon Claw. I wanted to farm up a little bit extra, but we're just going to go ahead and throw it. We do have Shadow Claw, and we're doing pretty good here. Now, I kind of want to shield this one up. Outrage, good call. All right, they're going to be swapping into Togekiss to catch a Dragon Claw. Very nice swap. We do have Steelix. How is that going to hold up against this? Well, here's the thing. We have Dragon Tail, not very effective. Crunch, not very effective. And Earthquake, also not very effective. If we did have, well, I don't know, Heavy Slam, we're going to be looking good, but we do not have that, so we're just going to have to deal with it. While Charm is just digging in at a kind of ridiculous rate for a Mega that we are. Come on. That just shows you the caliber of Charm. just straight just going through the Mega Steelix. You know, it's kind of slow, but I mean, give me a break. And we're going to go ahead and farm down with Dragon Tail. As I'm complaining about the damage, we farm them down with a non-stab Dragon Tail and a low attack Mega. Bringing in the Garchomp, getting off the Crunch, getting off another one, Dragon Tail digging in. Let's go. Steelix holding it down. All right, it took out the Togekiss. Okay, let's go. And there is that Mega Gyarados. Like I said, you cannot change that out. And you just kind of have to stick with it. Now, here's the thing. You could start, like, building your team around what Mega they have, I guess. I was trying to not keep that in mind, hence the Giratina here. But then again, I do have that Shadow Machamp in the back. So remember, the Gyarados does lose its flying typing. It's going to be water and dark. And, I mean, we're just going to do a lot of damage. But again, if I did have a regular Machamp, I'm pretty sure I still would have been okay here. So, yeah, I know I kind of broke the rules. It was just for this first opponent. After this, we're just going to go straight 50s. Everybody, you know, if you don't have 50, I'm sorry. I didn't like that. No offense to him or anything. It's just, yeah, so we're going to pick this Porygon Z, and it's not XL, so it's just going to die quickly here. We're going up against the Zekrom with Dragon Breath. I go straight for Blizzard, and I'm just hoping they let it go, and they shield it up. Oh, freaking course. All right, so I was getting a little silly with it, right? So Porygon Z, give me a break. That's not XL. Yeah, come on. You're going to go down quickly. So no debuff, so that's just a little unfortunate. But Tri Attack doing a good amount of damage. Bringing in the Steelix here, we will... Oh, look at that animation. Oof. Freaking awesome. So we're just going to let it all go. Crunch is no big deal. They're going to be swapping into Goodra. Very, very interesting choice here. Going to go for the Crunch. Just do some damage. We don't need to shield this up. We got what? Power Whip with Draco Meteor. They actually... I think that's what they hit me with here. Freaking Draco. But look at that. What? What? Damn, Steelix. So that Mega Ampharos was really just tanky and just also strong as far as their attack. Because that was a lot of damage for that Dragon Pulse. Bringing back the Zekrom, I'm going to go ahead and go for the Earthquake here with our Mega Steelix, taking him out. That was unnecessary. Could have went for Crunch. Waste of energy, and I just messed myself up. And we have Giratina in the back. Again, I wasn't really 100% trying to think about countering. I was like, oh yeah, freaking Dark Gyarados Mega back there. Yeah, we're not going to win this, and we go down. So, losing that one here. This one was really prolonged. Next one, we're met with Zekrom again, and we do have our Zarude in the front, which is going to be a good matchup because what they have Crunch, Wild Charge. They usually do not have Outrage, so yeah, just going to go Dark Pulse. This is going to be a good matchup for us. We can let this go here. It's going to be doing a decent amount of damage, but should be okay. Going for the Wild Charge. And they're swapping into their Gyarados. We're going to throw the Power Whip because this is super effective. And I did have the Mega Gyarados in mind picking Zarude. I did. All right, swapping into a Snorlax. And I also had this in mind because of the superpowers. Like, come on, I got to pull this W here. Got to be a tryhard. So we're going to get hit by a Crunch. Still have 2 shields and the Mega Steelix in the back. What's going on with that Mega Steelix? Mega Gyarados holding it down says, oh, no, we're not going to shield it up. They let it go. Could have done a lot of damage. Definitely not going to KO that thing. Lick's not very effective. Going for another Body Slam. Trying to prolong this Snorlax's life for some reason. All right, we're getting a shield there. All right, they're swapping into Zekrom. We should have swapped here. Was our even switch clock up? And it was. And they... Okay, they're bringing back that Gyarados. And we're going to go ahead and bring in our Steelix here. Mega Steelix. And we have no more shields. Well, we got one more shield. Never mind. Sorry. Very late. I had to scramble to get this together. Once I saw I deleted it, I was just somehow looking at my folder where I have my files of my recorded battles. Just looking at it as if it's magically going to appear there. And you know what I did? I deleted it and have this feature. We've got a Swampert back here, folks. This is not looking good at all. Okay. They're prepared for that Steelix. And Hydro Cannon. In comes the Zarude, and unfortunately they get to another one. So you can delete a video. It goes into a file that's like your deleted stuff. Sits there for like 30 days or 28 days. And I deleted that too. So we're met with our next opponent's Mega Charizard Y. Awesome. We're leading with Giratina. This is an okay matchup. Do they have Dragon Breath? Okay, never mind. And they got Dragon Breath, Dragon Claw. So yeah, actually it's going to be interesting here. They let the Shadow Ball go, doing a ton of damage. By the way, Mega Charizard Y was my Mega in the main series games. With the, of course, it brings out the sun, and then I had an Exeggutor with Chloroform, and it just made it so ridiculously fast. It would outspeed everything. I had its nature and speed. all trained up in speed, and it would sweep. It was incredible. Anyways, we're up against a Zekrom here. This is another good matchup for us with Dragon Tail. This Steelix was really fun to use. Now we're going to use Gengar here towards the end, and it is, like I said, level 50. And I'm going to have to say it wasn't as fun. It's definitely going to nuke everything and all that stuff, but the battles just go so quick. Maybe it was just my opponent, but we're met with a Rhyperior. It's going to be able to take us out there. Well, we're surviving with a couple HP. For whatever reason, we're swapping here out, I guess, so they can't get more farm. I think this is hopeless. It's getting really close. Going to go for the superpower here, and we're getting the shield. Can we get to another one? We do. Absolutely incredible. Don't think we're going to be able to take this one. I wasn't paying attention to the Zekrom, and they Dragon Breath us out. They take the win. All right, looking good. Let's keep it moving here on to the next battle. Met with the Zekrom, leading with Shadow Lugia on our end here. Level 50 battles. Let's go. So they're going to be swapping after farming up. They got that Charizard Y. And we're going to go ahead and just go for a Sky Attack because that thing is actually kind of squishy. And we're getting a shield out of them. Great. We're going to go ahead and just stay here for a minute. Because we have the Mega Steelix that can handle the Zekrom, and this is a decent matchup here, as opposed to the Conkeldurr in the back that doesn't want to go up against a Mega Flyer, right? So we're going to go for another Sky Attack and taking them out. I think we got like a sneaky little Dragon Tail in there before they went down. And Zekrom comes back in. We're going to go ahead and catch this crunch that they're going to throw onto our Psychic Lugia with our Fighting Conkeldurr. We catch successfully. They got a Rhyperior in the back, and this is looking beautiful. We're going to finally be able to pull off a win here up against this Charizard. Y team? Well, finally, I mean, it's been looking pretty good. And down we go. I didn't throw. I was just like, I want the Steelix to do something here. So we bring it in. We let this go. And it's making its appearance for the battle and taking the win. What a beast. No, it is pretty good. If we had it maxed out completely, it would just be even better, right? So Mewtwo lead up against Togekiss. Let's go. We got the Walrein in the back, and of course the Steelix is going to be going strong still. You'll see what we have Gengar here. So we're going to go for the Psy Strike, building up quite a bit of energy. Going for another one back-to-back. Unfortunately, they snuck in a sneaky little Charm, and they're letting that one go. They don't want to double up. And I think we actually let this go. All right, never mind, shielding it up. And swapping for whatever reason. Okay, we want to farm that down, bring it in Mewtwo. Makes sense. Walrein is a pretty beastly Pokemon. It does have things it needs to look out for, of course. Gonna let that Psy Strike go. But geez, look at that damn damage. That's insane. So we're gonna be able to spam them though. So one Icicle Spear. This is gonna start adding up. It doesn't do too much right now, but over time, as you can see, it is starting to really get there. Unfortunately, not getting to another one. We're definitely going to let this Walrein go down and bring in the Steelix and farm it down. I think that's what we want to do. We don't want to use that Mewtwo Psy Strike yet. That's going to be kind of a waste. We need one more Psycho Cut, I think, to get to the next one. All right, so Mewtwo getting off that Psy Strike, not doing much damage to our Steelix. In comes that Charizard with the Dragon Breath, Dragon Claw, and I'm assuming Blast Burn, obviously. Of course, it's going to have Blast Burn. Swapping into Mewtwo to get out the Psy Strike. At this point, folks, I was in like... just what am I doing? This is like insane with these megas here. Fun time mode. So it wasn't really in like complete competitive mode right now. So questionable moves maybe, but doesn't really matter. We're just taking a look at megas in Master League and having some fun, right? Not everything has to be like gotta win everything. Sometimes, I know it is what it is. Farming down the Togekiss, taking out the Charizard Y, and then going for the Earthquake. Didn't mean to go for the overkill. I just hit that. Okay. Steelix pulling it off at the end for us there. Very, very nice. Next battle. Met with a Swampert. This is a great lead. They're prepared for that Steelix here. And we're going to go ahead and see a very nice matchup. Beautiful. We're going to let this go. Of course, we have a massive resistance to the water. They're bringing in their Mewtwo. And by the way, that Swampert did have Water Gun. Alright, so it doesn't matter Water Gun or One Shot. They're both super effective to Steelix. Swapping into our Lugia that we do have on the team here, paired up with the Mega Steelix. And we're going to shield this up. It is a Shadow Ball. Alright, looking good. Building up to an Aeroblast, and we're going to go for a Sky Attack because this is still going to do plenty of damage to that Mewtwo over there. Obviously, we don't need to go for an Aeroblast. They didn't have much health left. Or we're going to let this go. It is going to be a Shadow Ball. We're going to survive and barely able to get off this. One more Psycho Cut or two more Psycho Cuts and we're out of here. And that's cutting it close there. Did I know I was going to survive? Sure. Yeah, sure did. All right, bringing in the Palkia, and I did not mean to go for that meteor. I really, I was just like, are you kidding me? What are these plays that I'm doing? Anyways, bringing in the Steelix, we got the Mega battle going on. This is all I wanted to do here. Just the Megas versus the Megas. It's so fun. Now, if it did have Fire Spin, yeah, it's gonna be another story. Look at that Blast Burn, easily one-shotting that Mega Steelix. Oh yeah, bringing in the Palkia with the massive resistance. Well, no, it doesn't have massive to fire. It had Dragon Breath and Dragon Claw. So yeah, taking that win though. Pretty close one. Next battle, we're met with our next opponent, and they're leading with the Giratina. We're going to go ahead and swap into our Dialga, and they're bringing in a Metagross. Now, we do have Mega Gengar on the team. Let's get it. We're going to have a couple of sets with a couple of trainers. All right, so we're shielding up that Draco, and we're going to go ahead and let this go. There's no need to shield this up. If we get to another one, come on, let's go. We get to another Draco Meteor. Let's get it. Our attack has been debuffed, so yeah, not enough to take them out, unfortunately. And another unfortunate thing is leaving them with barely any health left, so our Gengar can't really farm up too much. So we're basically bringing this in here to waste a shield. We should have just bring in Conkeldurr. And they have, there you go, Mega Altaria, folks. That's going to be a Dragon and Fairy type. It's going to be weak to Steel. Yeah, it's a pretty interesting type there. So also weak to Ice. Kind of threw me off a little bit here, and they really played their battles well. So yeah, just because I don't win doesn't really mean too much. Take a look at what they're doing. So I'm going to tell you how I could have won this. Not completely hit all those bubbles, go in with Gengar, farm up with the just a little bit of energy that I needed to get to the Shadow Ball, and take the win, or not fall for that bait there. So there's two different outcomes. Not take him out with Stone Edge, farm a little bit more with Gengar, then take him out with a Shadow Ball, or not fall for the bait. I'm not trying to make excuses, but they're going to spank me pretty hard here, so I'm covering myself a little bit. So we're met with a Zekrom here, and that Dragon Breath is just killer. And this person knows what they're doing here. They knows exactly what I'm about to throw, and they let it go. Very, very nice. We're going to win the matchup, but at an expense of the shield here. They're going to be able to come in here with the Yveltal. That's not looking good for our Gengar. Alright, so we do have Dialga. Now they've got plenty of energy. Focus Blast is going to one-shot us. Now what are we going to do? Yveltal's kind of squishy. Can we farm down with Shadow Claw? That's what my thought process was. That did not take me by surprise. I knew this was going to be bad anyway. We still have their Mega Altaria to deal with, so this is over. Yeah, like I said, they mopped me up. So we're going to go ahead and shield this up, because why not just put up a fight and see that Mega at the end? That thing is freaking awesome, and best buddy. Let's go. What CP is that? Let's take a look. And what is it? Oh, 3,500 something. Okay, very nice. I think that's the first time I've ever seen a Mega Altaria in game. I don't look around for videos about it or anything. So next battle, I'm feeling salty, and I'm like, I'm gonna pick a counter too. I'm gonna pick Togekiss. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and it's also weak to Charm. Did I say that? No, I didn't. It said Ice and Dragon. Met with a Snorlax. This is not good. Typically, you're gonna want to wait until they throw, so you can get that debuff. So then they are gonna be more obligated to shield. But I was just like annoyed and tilted. I was having a good time, but you know, I was like, come on, I want to get some wins over here. This guy's just like getting it. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and bring in Gengar to farm. What am I doing? Well, farming. That's what I'm doing. Gengar with energy is just nasty, but when shields are up, it's not really helping, because they're just going to quick move you down and shield you up. But when Gengar gets a charge move through Mega Gengar, it's over. It just one-shots. So they're going to be swapping into Mewtwo. I systematically bring in Togekiss here, and I'm like, oh crap, I could have thrown at least a Shadow Punch here. So we let this go for whatever stinking reason. I got 2 shields. What am I doing? So we take him out. Okay, Altaria has no health left. We bring in Gengar. We take the win. Taking a win up against them. Let's go. Come on. All right, next battle. Leading with Walrein. Have a horrible, horrible lead with a Melmetal here. So yeah, it's trying to be a little fun, a little spicy. Walrein owns the Ultra League. That's for sure. But as far as the Open Master League, not too much. Not so much. So we're going to go for Earthquake here. They're shielding it up. All right, getting a shield out of them. But they're going to be able to spam these Rock Slides. And it's kind of just laughing it out. and we're just letting it go. And we have a Melmetal on our team. Funny enough, these were not coordinated. Okay, there you pick your team and you go in here and we just run it back. Bringing in Gengar to just do what we can. See if we can get both shields, I suppose, at this point. Gonna go straight for the Shadow Ball. This will nuke it. Easy. Coming in with the Altaria. And we got the Melmetal in the back, so this is okay. Let's see if we can get that last shield. If we do, we're going to swap into our Melmetal immediately here. And we do, so we're going to go ahead and bring it in. And they have a Garchomp in the back, which counters Melmetal. And at this point, I was just like, oh my goodness, come on. You know, you can't top left when you have a battle between a friend here, somebody that you asked to have a battle with. I mean, you can, but it's going to be weird and awkward. It's like, okay, why don't you just play it out? This is not GBL. There's no algorithm here. All right, so yeah, it's over. That Dragon Tail's doing way too much. Is that Dragon Tail? Pretty sure it was. Earth Power. And yeah, well, it doesn't matter. Altaria is going to come in here and smoke us. And that thing looks amazing. Nice, nice, nice. All right, so we're moving on to our next opponent. They took those wins there. Met with a Dialga with our Conkeldurr. So for this opponent here, for our opponent that we're going up against, they actually had a Mewtwo for their first battle. We had Conkeldurr, we swapped, and we eventually won, but there was a lot of lag. So restart, I kept my same team. They swapped it up. I just had a good lead here, so let's get it. And as far as their Mega, you'll see what they got here. All right, so we still got the Gengar. This is going to be our last opponent. So we go straight for the Stone Edge. They do bring in a Garchomp. They were probably expecting us to go for the Stone Edge because of the Mega that they do have. You'll see that in a moment here. All right, so we're going to go ahead and just let this go. Earth Power is going to one-shot us. Going to bring it into Gengar and farming up. Knowing what they do have for their Mega, we just need that energy. And it's a Mega Gengar of their own, but it is shiny. So we're going to go for the Shadow Punch. This is the Community Day move, of course. Now, I was thinking about going for Focus Blast. I think it would have helped me out quite a bit. But I just went with a double Shadow Ball or double Ghost Charge move. So whatever. We're going to just run with it. All right, taking that win. Next battle, met with a Kyogre here. All right, leading with the Shadow Snorlax. Let's get it. All right, good old trusty Marcellus Wallace Shadow Snorlax here. Getting to the Body Slam. Going to go ahead and just throw that right away. No need to keep building up. Just need to do as much damage as possible. It's not a threat to the team because we do have Palkia in the back, so technically that would be a better matchup, but there's no need to swap because they're going to swap. All right, going to go ahead and let this go. Hitting me with a Thunder. Okay, that's a little interesting there. Going to go ahead and bring in our Palkia and just farm it down. So we've got two shields. They bring in a Garchomp. Now, I think they picked the wrong Garchomp for this one here. I'm pretty sure. All right, so we're going to let that go. It is a Sand Tomb, and we're just doing a ton of damage to that under level 50 Garchomp. So as you can see, with their Mega Gengar on their team, it's just going to be doing so much damage. Like, we just both distribute a lot of damage to each other, and it just ends so quickly. And it's not like those other Megas. So we're just going to go for the Shadow Ball, taking the win. Obviously, it's going to one-shot, doing so much damage. All right. Let's keep it going here, leading with Togekiss and met with a Melmetal, of course. Algorithm with no servers. We're not in the Go Battle League. Swapping into Gengar, that's all I think I can do at this point. All right, and they're going to be bringing in their Excadrill. So we're going to go for the Shadow Punch here. Let's see if we can get a shield. If we do, that's great. We kind of need to win this matchup here. Building it up to, trying to build up to Shadow Ball. Obviously, we need to shield this up. Using our last shield, Drill Run is super effective to our Poison typing on the Gengar. Going for another Shadow Punch, and now I'm looking at the clock. Okay, let's just go for another charge move, swap the clock, wait for the clock so we can swap, bring in Palkia, and we snipe the Excadrill. I couldn't believe that. And they have the Gengar coming into battle, which we're just going to be chunking away. And this Aqua Tail is going to do so much. Gengar's just still Gengar in the Master League at an XL Mega form. I mean, it's just taking so much damage so quick. I don't really recommend using it if we are able to one day. I mean, it's going to be doing good. It's going to be a great closer. But you're definitely going to probably want to pick the others. But anyways, if you did enjoy this fun Mega video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you turn notifications on. And I'll be catching you all in the next video. Take care, trainers.